GSTR1 is a monthly or quarterly return that contains details of outward supplies, sales of goods and services. It must be filed by regular taxpayers registered under GST. Here's a detailed overview of who normally files GSTR1. Regular taxpayers. Businesses and individuals registered under GST who are not under the composition scheme. Turnover criteria. Above 5 crore rupees. Must file GSTR1 monthly. Up to 5 crore rupees. Can opt to file GSTR1 quarterly under the QRMP scheme. Taxpayers involved in outward supplies. B2B transactions. Any taxpayer making outward supplies, sales of goods or services to other registered persons, must file GSTR1. B2C transactions. Any taxpayer making outward supplies, sales of goods or services to unregistered persons, must file GSTR1. Reporting exports. Taxpayers involved in the export of goods or services are required to file GSTR1, where they must report their exports as zero-rated supplies. Sales through e-commerce platforms. Businesses selling through e-commerce platforms and making outward supplies to consumers or other businesses need to file GSTR1 to report their sales. Suppliers of deemed exports. Deemed exports goods or services where the recipient is eligible for a refund of tax paid. Taxpayers who supply goods or services categorized as deemed exports must file GSTR1. Exceptions. Who does not file GSTR1? Composition scheme taxpayers. They file GSTR4 annually instead of GSTR1. Input service distributors. They file GSTR6 instead. Non-resident taxable persons. They file GSTR5. And TDS and TCS deductors. They file GSTR7 and GSTR8 respectively. GSTR1. Filing GSTR1 is filed by regular taxpayers who are registered under GST, including those making B2B and B2C sales, exporters, and e-commerce operators. Outward supplies. It details the outward supplies of goods and services and helps in reconciling with the buyer's inward supplies for input tax credit, ITC purposes. Filing frequency. The GSTR1 return must be filed on a monthly or quarterly basis, depending on the turnover and filing scheme opted for by the taxpayer. Understanding GSTR1 is crucial for businesses registered under GST. By adhering to the filing requirements and understanding the exceptions, businesses can ensure compliance and maintain a smooth financial flow.